Right, what I need to do now is to make some locator pins. I want one about here and another one about here, just to stop it slipping around when I cast it out of metal. So I'm going to change the view. Create sketch, and we're going to be clicking the view that we're on. Drag it back to where it should be, of course. Now these don't matter exactly where they are, fortunately, and we've got the center line, so just 1 millimeter. And then enter. Pan along a bit. Create another circle. Pretty well center, but it doesn't matter if it's not, because they'll both be in exactly the same position. Finish that sketch. View it and extrude. So again, we want that one and that one. And we want it both left and right. So symmetric. And I only want it going in 1 mil each side. Actually, I'm going to make it slightly more. I'm going to go 2, just to be daring. And what I should do is put a peg in one hole, manually stick it in, and it'll have the hole in the other, and they'll just be lined up perfectly. And then click OK. And we want it on cut, of course, because we want to make the holes, and they will now disappear. And you will be wondering to yourself, have I done it right or have I not? And this next step will confirm that. So stick it on front, create sketch, and we're working on that plane. Now, if you remember, that plane is directly in the dead center of the key. So if we do a rectangle like that, so the whole lot is completely inside the rectangle, and then finish sketch. Let's angle it a bit so you can see. There you go, right down the middle. Before you take the next step, save. Call it what you want, store it where you want. This is, for me, this is key number 4. Because what we're going to do, we're going to extrude this. Come on, there we go. And we're going to cut away half of the key completely. There you go. The 2 little location holes are there. I should put little pegs in them. Now, to me, I would say that is the right-hand side of the key. I'm going to save that as key number 4, right-hand side. So save as, key 4, right. And it's saving into keys, so that's okay. There's probably a better way of doing this, but this works. So, well, what can you do? What can you say? Printing this in this position, because it's upright, you'll have to have all those things to support it, the supports. And that'll make the underside very rough. It'll make this underside quite a mess, this underside a bit rough, and this underside a bit rough. So I want to lay this down. So I'm going to maneuver this. You see it's upright. It's upright. I want it going across there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to flip it over. So I'm going to start here on the front view. Create sketch on this. And we know that that is at the back of this key. It's not in the middle of this key now, because this is only half a key. It's at the back. And I'm just going to draw a line. And it doesn't matter where you start or where you finish. It just has to be dead straight like that. 0 degrees. And then click. Hit enter. I don't want that bit. Go away. Finish sketch. Right, we'll just change it so we can view it. Like that. Move copy. Bodies. Make sure it's on bodies and not sketches. And select. Just select the lot. Rotate. Now it wants the axis. Now the axis is that line we just drawn, which is that one. Give it a click. And here we can just rotate it 90 degrees. And then hit enter. And there you go. That's now laying flat. But as you can see, if you just click on right, that's the level it should be. But that's the level it is. So we're going to have to adjust that again. This is our key, and that's our, this is our, should be our base level. So we're going to have to move it again. So what we're going to do, move copy, select the key, just like that. And we want to be on point to point, then origin point, and it's going to be that little point on that line we made. Now it wants us to select the target point, which is the dead center of the origin. And up it jumps, and OK. Now if you look to the right, the ground's completely gone. We're dead flat. So that is actually a printable thing now. Let's just get rid of that line, shall we? Right click, delete. There we go. I'm going to save that. That is the right hand part. And it's called Right version 1. So just click save. Right, I've just closed, I saved and closed that one. And I've opened up the original save, which has got the key in its entirety. You can print it off like this, as I said, but this time I want the left hand side to be removed. No, I want the right hand side to be removed, and I've done the right. I want the left. Extrude, make sure that's selected, and we want cut. So I want to keep the left hand side, so I'm going to drag it that way and then click OK. And now I've just got the left hand side. So again, I'm going to look from the top. Oh, no. I'll look from the front. There we go. Draw a new sketch. Click on that one. And just stick a line underneath. Make sure it's at 0 degrees. And then hit escape. We finish that sketch. Now I want to lay that one flat onto this surface just here. Move copy, select everything, rotate, and now we select the axis. There, and knock it over. Exactly 90 degrees, hit enter, and there we go. Now we also, again, we want to move this point to the origin. Select the lot. Point to point, origin point select. Click. Target point. Click. There we go. OK. I'm now going to save this as key 4 left. Saved in keys. And there we go. Now I'm going to be slicing this in Cura, so I've got to export this. I've already saved it. And Cura likes STL files. So key 4 left version 2, that'll do. Export. do my downloads. Wait for it to finish. It takes a little while. There we go. Close that. Well, I've exported them as STLs, and we're now in Cura. So, open. We know that's the right-hand side. That looks okay. Open. And we want the left. And that looks okay. I'll just move these around just a little bit, I think. You can move them anywhere you like, but I don't want them too close. Maybe make them look nice and neat if I put them side by side. Maybe that'll look posher. No, slice it up. Actually, made a mistake. We don't need supports. We don't need adhesion. We have to reslice it. I always forget that. Right then, and save to file. Oh, better do a preview first. Make sure they are both perfectly flat. Yep, looks good to me. Save to file, and I need a G code, and it's already on G code. And I'm going to stick it down onto. Stick it back into downloads. What are we gonna call it? Key 4 ready. No, split. There we go. It's in G code. So hit the save. Shut this down, and I'll see you at the printer.